Saying you really need to unpack your feelings about money, and I'm hearing you need to be so freaking for real with yourself. You really need to be so for real. She's saying back to this deck. Yeah, it's time to relearn all of those old. I'm not even saying relearn. It's time to, yeah, relearn the way money works, the relearn the way the world works, and really realize that you are in charge of all of your money. You are dominant. Money, it is a response to how you feel about yourself. It is a response to a high self-worth. And doing this last little thing is like the icing on the cake or cupcakes. It's the icing on the cake. It's like the last, yes, it's like the last step, okay? It's the last step before your abundance truly gets to feel at home within you. Because, like, it's coming. I sense money coming. You might be getting small amounts here, but they're coming consistently. But they're passing through you so quickly. Passing through you so quickly. Let's see. Too many. Too many. Brevity, please. There's home again. Lemons. Lemons could be significant. Night. Oh, it's time to close off those old cycles, okay? It's time to end those. Say thank you to all of those limiting beliefs that, you had during childhood. They were helping you survive. That was your parents' whole goal, was to, have you survive. And the same with those beliefs. Your brain held on to them because they kept you safe as far as your brain knew. Okay? It's time for a transformation. It's time for clarity. And the only way you're going to get that clarity is by sitting down with yourself and unpacking where these emotions are coming from. I mean, you know where they're coming from, but you need to differentiate between a lie that became truth because it was told to you from such a young age and actual truth. Ooh, 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 ooh. I know spirit is like 303 is very significant. Like, this is the last step. Once you do this, I'm telling you, once you do this, shadow work is so important. I've created a shadow work guide called Into the Shadow Divination for Healing. And it's about going through each of the chakras, like the 7 chakras, and helping you to unpack the wounds that lie within this chakra. And like, this is a very like root chakra type of issue, like the foundation of like who you are as a person. And like, money is so important because it impacts our safety, it impacts our survival, it impacts like our foundation in life. And so once you unpack that chakra, once you heal a lot of the wounds there, you're able to move up and start thinking more in a more self-actualized way. So if you want that, I will, well, I can't link it on TikTok, but it's on my website, infinitelyerica.com. It's what I use with my clients when I do one-on-ones. Yes. Okay. Spirit is saying things can be so good. Things can be so good. You're gonna have to meditate. I'm hearing this collective does not like to meditate. Okay. I know it can. Okay. Like, that cut off. I know it can be uncomfortable to sit with yourself, to sit in the silence. I know it can be scary to be vulnerable with yourself. And we got compassion again with the Queen of Cups here. Spirit wants you to be so gentle with yourself. I don't want you beating yourself up because, oh, I could only meditate for a little bit of time, or I can only journal for a little bit, or I fall off with my shadow work. That's not what this is about. This is a lifelong relationship that you're building with yourself, a relationship of healing. It's something you didn't have before. So it's, of course, it's going to be weird. Like, I feel compared to share. Like when I first had my son, I it was uncomfortable. Yeah, I loved him, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I had never even changed a diaper except for once in my entire life. Like things that are new are inherently uncomfortable, but that does not make them bad. It just means that you need to, you need the practice, you need the exposure. Now I don't trust this because it just turned off. And like if you do it to me again, like I said, frogs, toads, whatever are significant. You could live in the US. You could ride a motorcycle. I love this little deck. I was honestly like, what? At first, ducks could be significant. Um, yeah, I know it's uncomfortable, but it's something that has to be done. You're gonna have to trust your intuition on this journey. And I'm hearing it's something I actually wrote in my book. Live life in cycles, okay? Like it's not like a linear line. Sorry, I have hair in my mouth. That could be significant. You could have hair in your mouth. But like life is it happens to us in cycles. And I'm seeing the Audi symbol, like all the circles like loop together. And whenever I'm thinking of like life cycles, that's what spirit sends me. And I'm just itchy all of a sudden. So like you could be very uncomfortable going through these cycles repeatedly until you start doing them with intention. Like, this is me healing myself. This is me taking care of myself. Okay? Life does not happen linearly, it happens in cycles. You might end up back where you started, but from a higher perspective, doing deeper work than you were able to do the first time because there were things you hadn't unpacked yet. And so shadow work is a lifelong process. It does not have to be extreme in every phase of your life. It could just be journaling your thoughts for the day and maybe thinking about, oh, why did I snap on her like that? Like, that was weird. Or why do I feel this type of way about this interaction? It doesn't have to be like candles, meditation, incense, like going super deep in, getting your work back out. It doesn't have to be that way all the time, but there are parts of your life where it is necessary for you to progress to the next level. And I know, like, if you follow like Joe Dispenza or anything like that, like he really talks about how it's not important to unpack these things, really just about like regulating your nervous system. But the past can teach you lessons. Do I think you need to spend all of your time in the past? No, you do not. But it is important to honor your youngest self by hearing their complaints and letting them voice their thoughts, because I'm sensing in this collective that when you were younger, your thoughts were not valuable. No one cared what you thought. No one sat down and be like, well, tell mommy how you feel. And like, why do you feel this way? No one did that for you when you were growing up. So do that for yourself now. Your younger self deserves to be heard. And just because they're younger does not mean that their thoughts don't have any value. So, okay, let's wrap this up. Spirit, is there anything else this collective needs to know before I let them go? God. She just made me think about pyrite's gold. And we pulled the pyrite earlier, like it's like fake gold or whatever. It's very shiny. It's a really pretty rock. I wish I had it with me. I have all my crystals up there, but I don't see it, which means it's missing. My pyrite was pirated. Let's see. Sorry, that was terrible. She wants you to find some self-discipline without being stuck in perfectionism. This needs to be a time of balance. 444 on my timer, and let me stop and make a part, I don't know, 4.